Hey, I think I'm live. I think it worked, finally. Computer, you can't beat me. Hello, everyone. I think I'm here. Hey, there we go. Yep, I'm here. Oh, what an ordeal that was. I need to get a new laptop, y'all. That's all there is to it. This old 2008 model is on its last leg. It's about had it. And my PC, for whatever reason, I've got this $3,000 PC, but when I plug the camera in and try to go live on YouTube, I get the camera cannot be accessed because it's in use by another application. There are no other applications open that are using the camera. However, it says that there's an application, and I've run virus tests and I've run all kinds of diagnostic problems on it, and I can't seem to find anything that's using the camera. I've deleted any other programs except for the one program I use for recording, and it says it's still using the camera. So I can't plug into my PC and go live, which I would ultimately like to be able to do. So I have to use this old piece of junk laptop until I get 1,000 subscribers. So come on, y'all. Let's get your friends, get your relatives, everybody. Let's get them on here so I can get 1,000 subscribers and use my phone to go live. Yeah, Hank is right here. He's being extra clingy today. You know, if it wasn't a just a generic webcam, I probably would get new drivers for it, but it's just kind of a generic webcam. It didn't even come with a driver when I got it. So I don't know. I've tried that. I've tried everything. So yeah, been an interesting week. I wasn't expecting to have these problems because it fired right up perfectly and worked fine. Hank is hoarding my pen over here. It was working just fine earlier when I started it up and everything, but just for tonight, for whatever reason, it just didn't want to work. Sure, Linda. Everybody can sub. So hello, everyone. Let me see back here and see who all's here. Oh, hello, Ash Inc. and Kelly Watley. Hello. And Diamond Painting Dreamer. And Sonia. I think I said that right this time. It is Sanja. Is it Sanja or Sonia? I can't remember. I knew you corrected me the last time. And Hippie Grandma's here. And Yvonne. And Sherry. Hello, Sherry. Oops. And Donna Mayo. And Brian. Hello. And Odd But Nice. Hello. And keep on scrolling. Keep on scrolling. Sensational Crafter. Yes, you definitely made it on time. I did not. Eskies. Hello. Long time no see. And Therese Addy. Welcome. And keep on going. Gina Wynn, hello. And Saphira's mama. And Kathy Gibbs, hello from North Dakota, all the way down to Florida. I'll be coming down to Florida in March. Dawn Marie, hello. Nick and Tina, hello. And Lorinda Churchill. And Melissa and Caitlin Shuett, Melissa Halpane. Sanja, that's right. Okay, Sanja, I'm sorry. And Tiffany Dye and Denise Miller and Crafting with Christy. It's okay, Christy. I was busy trying to get a computer working, so you didn't miss much. And hello, Wolfpack. Welcome. Good to see you made it over this time. How about that crazy race? That was insane. I'm a big fan of them taking Indy off of it, though. I would much rather see him go back to a short track in the South somewhere. Well, hello, Sue McCurdy. Yeah, Sherry, I'm the same way because my lift on Friday and Saturday nights, I feel so bad that I don't make it to Jeremy's lives and I don't make it to Mrs. Coffee's lives. It just seems like as soon as I log into the live and say hi, and they say hi back, and I go to respond and type something, it just triggers a ride request, and then I'm stuck on nonstop back-to-back rides all night, which I'm not going to complain about because I'm making money. But, I just never get to pop into lives anymore because I'm always either driving or at work. Yeah, Christy. Yeah, it wasn't. This old laptop is starting to give up on me. I think it's time to buy a new one. So I'm gonna have to be in the market for that. And yes, Wolfpack. Yes, you remembered. You always seem to remember right after I log off. Hello, Linda Womack. Hank says hi. He's up in the window hanging out right now, so he's kind of not paying no mind. He's being extra clingy tonight for whatever reason. Yes, we all hope Sherry is feeling better. Yes, yes. That's right. We're not gonna let that MS get the best of you. Denise Miller is working on a custom of her grandbaby. Awesome. I'm still working on Starry Night Santa here. I've gotten a lot done actually. It's looking really, really nice, and I honestly am loving the use of the ABs on this one. The way they put them in the snow there. Let me turn the light off. Maybe you can see it better. But the ABs are right in here and right in here and up in here and on parts of Santa there. And I'm just loving the way they use them for this. It just made a nice, super snow effect with it. And really, I don't even need that light pad on. It's looking kind of nice without it. My week was, it was a week, Jamie. Yes, we do need our Dave and Hank hangouts. I'll agree. I enjoy this. I really do. I was starting to flip out as soon as it was time for me to go live. I logged in and it just gave me a hamster wheel and it wouldn't let me start the live up. And so I rebooted the computer, and when I did, it wasn't wanting to reboot. It was just going to a black screen with a flashing cursor up in the corner, and I thought, this can't be good. And it was about 2 seconds from having to cancel the live for the night, to be honest with you. But it worked. That's right, Sherry. Don't you dare let it define you or take over your life. Kathy's working on a custom of the Miami Hurricanes. That's awesome. I need to get a custom of the Baltimore Ravens. That's my team. I need to get a custom of that one. Which, by the way, did anybody see that score today? My boys are starting off the season right. It was 59-10. I think the Dolphins brought their third string or the practice squad on the field to start the game. Hey, Jeremy. Yeah, somebody forgot to feed my hamster that runs my computer. Well, to be honest, the hamster's got a little age on it now. We're looking at, I got it in 2008 from Rent-A-Center. So you're looking at, it's pretty old. Yeah, I love this painting. Oh, Diamond Painting Dog Dad, I'm going to tell you, this is well worth doing it. It is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, the camera does not do this thing justice. The drills on this one, odd but nice, aren't too bad. I've been kind of putting my trash in a little pile over here. Um, I will say it's got a bit more trash than I'm used to with a DAC. I'm almost a quarter of the way done with it, and I've got. Let me get them all picked up here. I need to put them in like a little container or something so I can hold on to them. So far, I got all of that for trash, and it's not really a lot, but it's more than what I'm used to with for trash on a DAC, especially a quarter of the way done. But the ones that aren't trash, they work great. How big is it? It is 42 by 57 centimeters. I've got 4 extra Harbor Freight containers sitting here. Oh, actually 2 extra now, because the other 4 I have sitting here are going to Sherry, so I can't use those. But I've got 2 extra ones sitting over here, and what I've got is I've got this extra tray that I can put my trash in. Right now, it's got drills. It's got extras that ones that like fell out of the container and stuff from working on the Hank custom. So I can't put them in there yet. Um, wait a minute. Diamond painting journey with Rebecca. Did I miss something? Oh, okay, there you are. I'm sorry. You did ask that. Um, there's so much going through the screen, I missed it. I'm sorry. I wasn't ignoring you. I promise. I don't ignore people. But yeah, the square drills are great. I mean, they fit together nicely on here, and they look outstanding. I mean, they are really super sparkly. Uh, I'm not used to square drills being this sparkly. Normally, they get that like overall sheen on them, but these are just super sparkly, like everywhere. They don't have that like square drill sheen that you get on them. Hank he's up there. He's doing his Hank thing. Um, I prefer square drills, hippie grandma. I really do, just because I'm kind of OCD and I like when things fit together nice and straight. And I take my time putting them in to make sure that I get them super, super straight. And so that's kind of why I diamond paint, to be honest with you. It kind of like gives me that satisfaction of my OCD. Yes, Christy, Hank doing Hank things. He just, it's what he does. He's been sleeping up there all day, and then just before it's time for me to go live is when he decides he wants to jump down here on the desk and sit on the desk and be in the way. It's okay, Rebecca. I understand. I completely understand it, especially when you clean up drills that fell all over the floor. I've got a brown shag carpet, and when I drop drills, they go deep into the carpet fibers, and I got to spend an hour just rubbing my hand over it, hoping they pop out. Oh, you're working on the Chakra Lotus. Oh, that is a beautiful. I'm going to have to get that one at some point because I do have another one that glows in the dark, and I'd definitely like to get that one. Oh, Brian, you need to get some Harbor Freight containers. Join the cool kids club, Brian. Yes, Hank does know when I go live. He knows when it's time to eat. He knows when it's time to go to bed. He knows when it's time for treats. Yes, he's my little alarm clock, my timekeeper. Did I get any of the new DAC releases from yesterday? No, I did not. I haven't even looked. Well, I don't get access to the new releases that early. I'm not a Ruby or above yet. I've still got like 90, I think, is it 90 some dollars or 100 and something left before I can get Ruby status. Just don't leave the lids open. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I tend to close mine even when I've got them on the desk because I have a Hank, and Hank likes to bat at them and knock them all over the place. So even when I have drills on them, like right now, I've got that whole thing emptied into my tray. So, but yeah, I always leave my lids closed on my containers simply because I do know how high it can be. Well, hello, Karen Brown. Happy Monday morning. I hate Monday morning. I'm not even looking forward to tomorrow morning. I'm already debating whether I want to call in sick tomorrow and just take a day off. He knows when this live ends. yeah, you'll see him at the end. Yes, Ash Ink, we're going to have to get you an acrylic pen because these are a game changer. I can go all day long diamond painting and not have any kind of hand cramps or anything when using these. Yeah, Hank does like to help. I don't even know what I have to spend to become a Ruby. Let me check that while I'm here. While I'm thinking about it. Let's see. It's really bad. I actually have Treasure Studios art and Victoria's Moon saved in my most frequent things on my Google new tab page, but Diamond Art Club isn't, and I go to Diamond Art Club more than any of them. Sign in. My account. There we go. Oh, there's the rig boards. I am a Sapphire status with 9733 by the end of the year to reach Ruby. I don't know that I'm going to get that. Hello, Allie Crafts. Hello, I didn't see you pop in. I was busy looking away from the screen. Yes, I do need a mental health day. Thanks, Brenda. Oh, Lisa B, it's not hand cramps, it's the wrist. Yeah, I do get the wrist thing from time to time. Dog Dad, where did I get my pen? This one here and this one came from Lassen Lathe Works, which I have the video up on my channel of the unboxing of those. And this one is from Diamond Pens with a Z. And this one is from Handmade Diamond Painting Pens on Facebook. This was my first acrylic pen I bought. And this one here is a Richcraft pen that I got in a raffle on another Facebook group. Thanks, Jeremy, for posting up the group link there. And thank you. I love all likes. I even like dislikes. It just means you watched. It means you were here. You hit some random button on your computer and all of a sudden you're in a love knitting show. Well, hello, Mickey. And thank you, Brian. Oh, and I put my pen back in the holder over there. Oh, yes, Dog Dad. Diamond Pens with a Z they're great. They're great to deal with. They got great pens. And the best part about it is make sure you look in the envelope. I didn't. And mine came with no tips on it. And I did my video and I was like, oh, it doesn't have any tips. And so I just used a single placer off one of my kit pens that I have hundreds of sitting around here. And I grabbed like a 6 placer or a 9 placer and put on it, I think. And I was getting ready to throw the envelope away and I heard something in it and I felt something in it and I dumped it out and it was a whole selection of tips and straighteners. So yeah, definitely check inside your envelope. Thanks, Allie. I love this tray. It was the first diamond painting accessory I bought was the tray and the grinder as a set. And I will never, ever regret that purchase. This tray is so much better than the kit trays. What kind of table am I using? I have a whole desk that I use. It's just it actually was a desk that was at my job, at the place next door to my job. They had an old, it looks like a break room table from their break room. It's got the wooden top on it and metal legs, and it's a break room table from a break room, not a folding type. And they were giving it away for free out on the curb. And so I just got my buddy at work to load it up in his truck, and we brought it over here after work one day. You only have 34.28 to reach diamond, and you know exactly when you're going to achieve it. That's good, Odd But Nice. 34.28, that's only one painting. You just buy one. Yeah, so much for that no buy, Mickey. There's always something out there that you have to get, isn't there? Always. Every time I say I can't buy anything else right now, I see something else I need. Hippie Grandma, does anyone do the Diamond Box Club thing I keep hearing? I didn't know there was a Diamond Box Club thing. If you care to elaborate on that, or just if somebody knows, I didn't know there was one. Where did I get the tray from? Brenda, the tray is from Archer's Arts on Facebook. You can look them up. They have a Facebook group you can join, and they do the trays there. They also do the grinders. They started out with just the grinders, and then they started doing trays. And they do have the grinders with lids that have, for people that have trouble gripping, it actually comes up and has like grips on the top. You can grip it and everything. They've come up with new designs and everything. They 3D print all their own stuff. So yeah, that's where I got the tray and the grinder from. You're coming to Grand Forks next Sunday, Brenda. Where's the best store for painting stuff? We have a Hobby Lobby and a Michaels in town. We've got both. They're on 32nd Avenue South, and they're in neighboring shopping centers. One shopping center has Michaels, and the next one next to it has Hobby Lobby. So definitely check those out. Yeah, Diamond Painting Dreamer. I didn't think DAC had something like that either. Oh, there is a Diamond Painting Club, Alley Crafts. Easy Whim has monthly subscriptions for diamond painting. Oh, oh, I did not know that. Um, Brenda, you're not going to find a lot of diamond painting stuff at either one of the Hobby Lobby or Michaels here. I've looked. I mean, you'll find some diamond dots occasionally at Hobby Lobby or at Michaels here, but as far as other supplies that I use, um, like my Elmer's thing here and glue dots and my paint brushes and stuff like that. Yeah, I get all that there. And you didn't bring any for the rest of us, Sensational Crafter? You know, didn't stop and think that maybe your host here would like some KFC chicken strips and you didn't bring back any for me? If I Google diamond painting monthly subscription, you'll find a couple in US. Oh, well, Ash Inc., you know what? I have a cat that doesn't really allow me to diamond paint, but I just kind of pick him up and drop him on the floor when I get tired of him being in the way. But, you know, yeah, you got 3 of them. So that's got to be a pain. Well, I'll see you later, Dog Dad. Have a great night. Don't work too hard. Yeah. Sensational crafter. Yeah, yeah, I try. Oh, you got 4 cats, Ash. Okay. I think Hank thinks he's helping, but he's not really helping because he just kind of like lays down and gets in the way. Let me see if I can find it here. Yeah, like that. Yeah, that's not really helping. He's being cute. I'll give him that. Yes, you are Sanja. That's right. Yeah, I love Hank. I don't know what I would do without him. I've only had him since February, and he's already like, I can't imagine with not having him. He's that cool. Nothing against dogs. I like dogs, but Hank is better than any dog I've ever had. Oh, Dreamer, you just checked the AC for Monthly Club. They don't have it, but Shimmer Shine does. Okay. I'm going to have to check these out because I wouldn't mind doing a monthly diamond painting club, but I don't know if I can afford to add anything on with a monthly subscription. I've got too many monthly subscriptions of other things. I want to get that Kitnip box that I keep seeing on Facebook. I keep seeing the advertisements for it. I want to get it, but then my whole house would be just a pile of cat toys everywhere. But she isn't. Big Boy is like Hank plays right on your canvas. Yeah, but Big Boy does other things on your canvas. And that would, seriously, I would not like that. Hank does all of the above, Ashing. Hank will jump right up on the desk and he'll step right in this. The one little spot that I've got uncovered is where he'll step every single time. There could be nothing else on the desk, and that's the one spot he'll make sure he steps in, and he tries to sit in it all the time. I don't know if the sticky stuff just feels good on his butt or what, but yeah. Better than girls? I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. The company is called Easy Whim, and they have box specials that you can choose from the video I saw it on. I was by Diamond Painting, but yes, that would be awesome. Yeah, because I'd like to check that out. And Denise, you're in a monthly through Shimmer Stitch. Oh, pay 6 months at a time. Ooh. Well, hello, Mrs. Coffee. Welcome. Yes, so Hank is a 4-in-1. He jumps on the desk, he gets in the way, he lays down up here and covers up all my stuff, and it's all underneath of him. And then he steps in the sticky stuff, and he lays down in the sticky stuff. Yeah, he does all of the above. And then he sits right in front of me, like right here, with his face right in mine, and meows at me. And that's his signal that it's time for me to stop what I'm doing and pay attention to him, which is whenever I start really getting into diamond painting. Yeah, I'll check that out, Rebecca. I will. I would, because I always said I'd be interested if there was like a monthly subscription box for diamond painting, that I would do it just to try it out. No, I've never had him potty or barf on it. Oh, Donna, those sound awesome. That's exactly what Hank does. Dad, pay attention to me. Well, Teresa Addy, I hope that's a small dog. I hope you don't have like a German Shepherd or something climbing up and curling around your neck while you're DPing. That would hurt. Oh, you're crocheting tonight, Mrs. Coffee. What are you making? My mom used to crochet. She would sit and do that for hours upon hours upon hours. I still have my baby Afghan that my mom crocheted for me when I was a baby. Um, Shimmer Shine, you choose DP to put in wish list, and each month they send a DP from. Oh, you know what? I did see that on AliExpress. Yes, I know what you're talking about, Diamond Painting Dreamer. I know now. Hippie Grandma. My name on Facebook is David Lochner. If you look me up on Diamond Paint with Diamond or Nano 7 Crafts and Diamond Paint with Diamond Dave Facebook group, you'll find me in there. And you'll also find me in the Vibe Tribe group at My Diamond Art Addiction. Oh, Ash Ink. That sounds painful. Ooh, a Washington Redskins. Ooh, with the team logo on it. Okay, when you're done, you can find me a purple and black yarn, and you can make me a Ravens one. Oh, it's not on AliExpress. I saw one on AliExpress that was a monthly thing like that too, and it was the same way. You put stuff in your wish list, and it would just send you one randomly out of your wish list. And the more you paid, the bigger paintings you got. Is the way it worked. If you paid the lowest price, you just got like a 30 by 30, and none of the stuff that they had looked like it would look good in 30 by 30. So I just said no. Thank you, Jeremy. Ooh, ouch, Kathy. Oof. Yeah, I've got one that's like that. It was a 50 by 50. Actually, it's 52 by 52. And all it has is in the center of it, it has like a big white skull in the center. And then the rest of it is all 310s. And I've never finished it yet. It's a 16 by 20. I don't know. 16 by 20, there's not a whole lot of stuff out there that would look good in 16 by 20. Oh, Mickey, I'm quite the opposite. I don't mind confetti, but I don't like a lot of it. That's why I'm taking a break from the Hank Custom for a while, because it's all confetti. But yeah, I love color blocking. I can get through those so fast. And that's what I like about this one here. This DAC is a lot of, it might look like a lot of confetti, but really it's not. It's mostly color blocking. Brenda, a cover minder is like, they're like little charms. You can get them with all different kinds of charms. And what they do is they put a magnet on the back of it, and then they get another magnet that you can unhook from that one and put it underneath your painting. And when you fold back your clear cover, you can put the minder on top and the other magnet underneath your canvas, and it will hold your plastic cover up for you so it doesn't keep flying down in front of you. $60 by $70 full square for your daughter's birthday in October. Okay. Well, if it's mostly color blocking like that, you ought to have that done pretty quick. Oh, 16 by 20 inches. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, that's not bad then. So what's I didn't realize DAC had new drills. So what's the deal with new drills? I mean, they seem to be I don't see a lot of difference between the old ones from the Statue of Liberty and the new ones here, other than the fact these new ones are just super sparkly. For square painting, this is one of the sparkliest square paintings I've ever done. Oh, the new ones haven't been released yet. Okay, they were asking me, Mrs. Coffee, how I like the new DAC drills, because this Starry Night Santa was supposed to be one with the new drills, and that's why. Brighter colors, Diamond Painting Dreamer? How could they be any brighter? DAC has like the most vivid drills in the market already. Are they going to go to neon? Oh, less gapping in the drills. Okay. That's one thing I do have with this one. There is a little bit of gapping on these. And that could just be me not getting them all in there perfectly straight either. Less imperfections. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember hearing that DAC does make their own molds and sends them to their drill supplier, and kind of has rules on only using them so many times or something before they discard them, to keep from having so many imperfections. Well, welcome back, Nick and Tina Colors and Crafts. Oh. Yeah, I think I am seriously considering just calling in sick tomorrow. I have enough sick time for a day. Might just take it. I've done too much this weekend. I went to Fargo last night. We had today is the 1 year anniversary since Metallica came to town. And last night was the 1 year anniversary of our night before party for the local chapter of the fan club. So last night we had a little get together in Fargo at the chapter head's house, and we drank a couple beers, ate some homemade no recipe chili. And I say that because I tried to get the recipe, and he says I don't have one. I just throw shit in a pot, and what comes out comes out. And it was really good. Well, popping blisters is not a quick thing, Ashink. It's kind of not a fast. I wouldn't want to do that very fast. You want to be careful on that one. Oh, look, I think I thought I was almost done with this color. I guess I am. I will say this is probably the most beautiful painting I've ever done yet. I'm already in love with the way it looks before I'm even a quarter of the way done. I can only imagine what this completed one is going to look like. They made great use of the AB drills in the snow to give it just the right effect. In fact, this whole white section, well, I guess you can't see it there. This whole white section here and here and all the way across here is almost all ABs, white ABs. No, I don't throw shit in the pot. My chapter head of the group did. I mean, he made this chili and it was so good. And I'm like, dude, I need the recipe of this so I can make it when I go home. I can have some chili at the house. And he says, I don't have a recipe. He says, I just threw shit in the pot. And he said, it tastes good when it comes out. And I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, Crafting with Christy. I'm doing the Starry Night Santa. That one there. You know, I don't mind. Welcome back, Saphira's mama. I don't mind a little gapping in my drills. I mean, if I turn on my light pad, I can see some of the gapping, but it's not like super, super bad. And when you turn the light pad off, you can't see it. So, I mean, it's not like it's making a huge difference, but you can see it there, especially in those brown ones. And so I don't really mind the gapping so much in this case because you can't really see it. But if I could get rid of it completely and have them butted right up against each other, I would be happy. Yeah, I got this one because I realize I don't have any Christmas decorations whatsoever for my apartment. None. I know, I take that back. I've got this little wire Christmas tree that's like, it's just a little metal round base with like some like thick wire that comes up and it just kind of curls over into little curly cues as it goes up. And I can hang like 2 or 3 Christmas balls from it. And then I've got a little Santa that when you push the button on it, he dances and shakes his booty and sings "Who Lets the Dogs Out." Yeah, that's what I got. Well, hello, Chronically Crafty. Yeah, I love this. I absolutely love this canvas, and this picture is just turning out. They charted it perfectly. I mean, you can even see the little like wrinkles in Santa's pants there. I mean, it's just absolutely stunning. Yes, got to have my special effects. Yeah, I need to get some more Christmas decorations, but the problem is where am I going to keep them? I'm not smoking, Donna. I'm vaping. I don't smoke. Not anymore. I smoked for 22 years, gave it up 5 years ago, went to vaping and never looked back. Speaking of which, Sherry, how are you doing with your smoking? Odd but nice. Yes, I lately that's all I've been buying is the Hometown Heroes brand. But my local shop here, my supervisor at work owns the shop, and they have a few of their own house juices. And one of those house juices I call crack because it's just you can't get enough of it. It tastes so good. It's blue raspberry cotton candy, and it is so good. And so every time I go in, my supervisor's wife works in there most of the time, and I just walk in and she says, "What do you need?" And I say, "I just need a bottle of crack." And she goes and makes a bottle of that juice for me because she knows exactly what I'm talking about. Yes, odd but nice, they do. Yes, the liquid does have nicotine in it. Liquid. My liquid I use has 3 milligrams per milliliter, as it says right there on the side of the container. And yes, they do donate a part of their proceeds to veterans, disabled veterans. I think it's Wounded Warriors Project is what they do. The difference between smoking and vaping, alley crafts. Vaping is a whole lot less harmful for you in the long run versus smoking, because with vaping, I know what chemicals are going into my body, and all of them are food grade additives that in most food you eat, or in a lot of food you eat. So they're not like carbon monoxide and other harmful things like are in cigarettes. There's no combustible products in there. So there's nothing on fire. It's just a vaporizing liquid into an aerosol that you can breathe in and exhale. Send it to the one where I said I would be live on Tuesday morning. I don't know. Did you send it to the page that's called Diamond Paint with Diamond Dave? Because if you send it to that one, then yeah, I'll get it. But I don't know why I even created that page, because I never update it. I never even check in on it. Well, have a great night, Sherry. Yes, everybody, pretty much everybody makes their juices in 0, 3, 6, and 9, and up to 12 milliliters now. So yeah, you can get pretty much any juice in 0 nicotine. Let me check my. Okay, let me check my Facebook here. Okay, there it is. I see you. Yeah, you sent it to my Diamond Paint with Diamond Dave and Hank page. I got it. Thank you so much. I will check that when I get done with my live here. You know, Linda Womack, I've been seeing those reports, but what they're talking about is these people are using these Juul pods, these Juuls and Views and Enjoys. And to be honest with you, I don't trust those things because they are made by the tobacco companies. So I don't know what's in that juice. And that's why I won't mess with them. I know what's in my juice. My juice is 70% vegetable glycerin and 30% propylene glycol, which is a sugar alcohol. And propylene glycol is actually the exact same liquid that's used when you go to the hospital and get a breathing treatment done. The only difference is the propylene glycol at the hospital for the breathing treatment has albuterol suspended in it, whereas my propylene glycol has nicotine suspended in it. That's the only chemicals besides flavoring that's in my vape juice. And so I know what's in it. That Juul pods, I don't know what's in those, and I don't trust them because they are made by the tobacco companies, and I just will not mess with those. And that's the big thing now is these kids are all getting the Juul pods to be cool. Oh, I got a Juul. But, you know, Lord knows what they're doing to themselves with those. Actually, the nicotine is not the harmful product in the cigarette. Nicotine is nothing more than a stimulant as strong as coffee. The difference is coffee is caffeine, and nicotine. Even if you get caffeine, you can poison yourself. And nicotine, if you take any pure nicotine and you put just a single drop of it on your tongue, you can kill you. But what we use is so diluted that I'm getting about as much nicotine out of this as I would if I smoked maybe 3 cigarettes a day. The E-Pen or the E-Pods? The E-Pods are what I'm talking about. The Jewel Views, Enjoys, all those ones where you can just throw away the pod at the top and start a new one. I wouldn't mess with any of those unless you buy a refillable, empty refillable one and refill it yourself with your own juice that you buy at a vape shop, because I would not mess with those at all. Yep. Well, see, Dreamer, I was diagnosed with COPD, beginnings of emphysema, after smoking for 22 years, and the pulmonologist told me I had to quit or I was going to die. And I said, okay. And quitting for me wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be. And a friend of mine vaped, and she says, why don't you try vaping? And at least that'll help. And I did. And I kind of enjoy it. And to be honest with you, the last lung function test I did, I returned back to levels that had not been seen since before I started smoking. So vaping has helped with a lot, and it has not done any harm to me over the last 5 years. So I can't really say that it's a bad thing, because I look at my own personal experience with it, and not only has it helped me quit smoking, but my lungs have actually healed themselves in 5 years after 22 years of smoking a pack and a half a day. Well, good night, Karen Brown. Yeah, the zero. Yeah, the zero and 0 milligrams is the nicotine. Sometimes it'll be listed as a percent. Sometimes it'll be listed as milligrams. Sometimes it'll say milligrams per milliliter. THC is causing the kids to have lung issues. I see. I wouldn't know. I haven't smoked marijuana products since I was in my 20s. So I really wouldn't even begin to know. But to be honest with you, I know they put THC in vape juice now in places where it's legal. And I see the kids doing that too. And I wonder about that myself. I mean, I don't know. I'm not an expert on the whole cannabis side of things. August 12th was 2 years. That's awesome, Jeremy. My cigarettes I used to smoke. Well, good night, Sensei. Good night, Therese Addy. Cigarettes I smoked whatever I could afford, to be honest with you. I started off in Marlboro Reds in a box. In fact, a friend of mine gave me one of his, was my first cigarette, because I was tripping out about something. I was in the Navy. I was tripping out about a test I'd had that day or something. And he handed me a cigarette and said, here, this will calm you down. And I smoked it. And right after I put it out, we walked past a blood bank there in the town in Tennessee where the Navy base was, that gave money. And I went in and gave a pint of blood to buy my first pack of cigarettes. Yeah, and hippie grandma, that's what I did. I intended on going down to 0 milligrams, and I started at 36 milligrams of nicotine in one of like the Ego pens. And that was back in before these big mods really started hitting the market. And had the little disposable tanks so you could refill several times before they were no good. And I did those for a while, and I was up to 36 milligrams when I started, and I worked my way down to 3 milligrams, and I never really went to zero. I probably could go to zero, and I would probably still vape just because I enjoyed the taste and the habit of still picking this up and hitting it every so often. You were on Cools. Ooh, menthols will really do you in. Marlboro Gold Box. Marlboro was my go-to choice, but I also did Camel Wides. I loved Camel Wides. And I also did Camel non-filters for a while. Those are kind of harsh. But most of the time it was whatever I could afford. And there at the end, I couldn't really afford to buy anymore because Maryland had such high taxes on tobacco that a pack of cigarettes was getting up there around $8 for a pack. And it was like, it was cheaper to go to the tobacco store, buy a bag of tobacco, and have one of those little machines that you just pull the handle and it injects the tobacco into a cigarette tube. And I started making my own. And that's what I did for the last couple of years that I smoked, was I made my own. Oh, Skull. Ew. Ew. Yes, Jeremy. See? Camel Wides, man. I'm telling you, there was something about those. It was still only 20 in a pack, but there was just a whole lot more cigarette there. Actually, there wasn't more. It was a Camel Wide was the equivalent of a 100. It was just as short as a regular cigarette. Yes, the cough will go away. In fact, the vaping, if you quit smoking and start vaping right away, the vape juice will actually help clear all the gunk out of your lungs quicker that built up through all the years of smoking. Yeah, see, I just couldn't afford to keep smoking, Jeremy. That was the problem. And in New York, they're ridiculous price in New York. I saw somebody post a picture of it on Facebook for a pack of cigarettes was like $18 or something. I was like, that's crazy. But I remember back in the early 2000s, I want to say it was like 2001 when I was driving truck and I'd have to go to New York. You always knew that when you were going to New York, take enough cigarettes with you to get you through the state and back out again, because even back then, cigarettes were like $8 a pack when they were like, $4 everywhere else. Vaping your MMJ, what is that MMJ? Oh, medical marijuana. I don't know. Like I said, I do not know um, anything about the marijuana side of things. I gave up smoking that in my early 20s, and I haven't used it for anything else, no medical reasons or anything like that since then. I can tell you this, if you get a vape juice that's got too high of a concentration of nicotine in it, this is for nicotine. If it's got too high of a concentration of nicotine, you can't use one of these big vape mods with it because it will choke you. Your nicotine is actually absorbed into your system through your soft tissue in your throat when you smoke or vape. And in vape juice, if you use more than above 6 milligrams of nicotine in one of these, it'll choke you. You'll actually feel it in the back of your throat so bad it'll choke you. So that's why I tell anybody that's going to these, 3 or below. No, Ash Inc., do not. Okay, enough about smoking. Because if I talk about it enough, I want one too. I'm not going to say I'm an angel. I mean, I have had a couple of cigarettes in the past 5 years, hanging out with friends and they're smoking or whatever, and they're like, hey, give me one of those. I think I'm going to get this section done tonight. Not on the live, but I'll get it done tonight. Oh yeah, that's a good idea, hippie grandma. Let's get everybody hungry. Thanks, Sensational Crafty. My favorite food is buffalo wings. I love buffalo wings. Something tells me I think I'm going to be short on drills on this color. Because that's all the drills I've got left of that color. But yet I've got this whole section right here is all that color. Plus I've got that color all through in here. There's like a bunch of it like in here and down in here and up in here. I don't know. It's going to be cutting it close. Ash ink, mild or hot? In the middle. I don't like so blazing hot that it doesn't become fun anymore. Which I've done that before to try to impress somebody. I did the blazing challenge at Buffalo Wild Wings one time to try to impress this girl I was dating. I was on my first date with, and yeah, never do that again. And then I went and when Game of Thrones came out this year, Buffalo Wild Wings did that special flavored Dragon Fire for the opening night of Game of Thrones returning. And I bought 5 of those, and I will never make that mistake again because they didn't tell me when I bought them that they were ghost pepper wings. And there is a video somewhere out there floating around of me. In fact, I think it's on my Facebook page of me eating the Dragon Fire wings. And everybody seemed to get a good laugh out of that one. Hamburgers, lettuce, tomatoes, cheese, and bacon. Oh, my God, that sounds good. We have a Five Guys here in town. I love going to Five Guys. Okay, Mrs. Coffee, hurry back again. We have a great place in town, Donna Mayo. It's called It's called Paradiso, and they make authentic Mexican food. And you get a free meal on your birthday. You have to pay for any drinks you buy, like even soda and stuff, but the meal is completely free for your birthday. And I go there every year on my birthday and have dinner. This color Alley Crafts is DMC 437. I need to check it against my other 437s that I have. I've got an extra 400 of them, so chances are I can snatch up from those, but I want to check the die lots to make sure they're not going to. Yes, Nick and Tina, Colors and Crafts. Mild is your go-to wings. Boneless or bone-in? I prefer bone-in wings. To me, it just doesn't feel like you're eating a wing if all you're eating is a piece of chicken breast that's kind of cut into a nugget shape. Poutine. Oh, man, I love poutine. Oh, it's Canada's greatest, like, export is poutine. How addicted are you to the DP drills containers? You talking about these? Oh, I wouldn't know what to do without them now. Hippie Grandma, that's not a Five Guys pizza. That's Five Guys burgers. They don't do pizza at Five Guys. My other favorite burger is a triple baconator from Wendy's. Oh, it's like a meatball with bacon on it in between bun. Oh, Mickey Sunshine, you've got to try poutine. It is so good. It's gravy fries with mozzarella cheese curds melted in them. It is so good. But it's not done right if it doesn't have the curds. If they just use like shredded mozzarella and sprinkle on top, it's not the same. You got to have curds. And they use a brown gravy. And the bar across the street from me, like literally right out my back door and across the street is a bar. And they make authentic, amazing poutine. And I order it all the time from over there. I can call over there, order a carry out, sit here at the house, do what I'm doing, and give it about 10, 15 minutes, and then walk over there and pick it up and come back home and eat it. You should Google Wendy's Canada and see the logo. Even McDonald's, it has maple leaf on it. Oh, really? I need to check that out. I thought Google was really cool. Like I saw the thing on Facebook that was going around. It's like if you Google Wizard of Oz and then on the page you'll see like a red slipper, a ruby slipper, and if you click on it, they click together and it says "There's no place like home," and then the whole screen spins around like it's in a tornado, and it goes to the trailer that's on the screen turns to a sepia tone trailer from the sepia tone part of the movie, and then if you click the tornado down in the corner, it'll take you back to Oz again. and back to a color trailer from when she's in Oz. It's really cool. Yes, I love the Baconator. Oh. I've heard enough about that chicken sandwich at Popeyes, Donna. If I had a Popeyes around here, I would go try it. But we don't have a Popeyes up here. I don't even know if there's a Popeyes in Fargo. Well, here's the thing I'm thinking is if you're going to add a new menu item, you better make sure you got enough, because it's kind of odd when you go to the place and you want to order it and it's like, oh, we're out of that. I mean, I understand that going to like a barbecue joint where they only make so many where they can only smoke so many racks of ribs a day and they're going to run out by the time they close. I get that. But, you know, a fast food joint shouldn't be running out of their sandwiches. You know, Cheryl and Tippy Joy, the last Popeyes I was in was nasty too. It was not clean, and it was, for lack of a better term, it was kind of ghetto in there. And I didn't like it. It kind of turned me off from going there ever again. But then again, our Taco Bell here in town is getting to be like that too. I don't know how our Taco Bell stays open. I know several times I pulled up there and it says, we're currently closed due to not having enough staff. Thank you, Allie Crafts. Oh, Jack in the Box. Oh, yes, I love Jack in the Box. Oh. They had one sandwich that I loved. It was 2 patties on the bun, but it had on top of one patty, it had like one kind of cheese, and on top of the other had another kind of cheese. And I can't remember what that was called. I think it was called the Little Jack or the Big Jack. I can't remember. But that's all it was. It was no like lettuce, tomatoes, onions. It just had like mayo on it, and 2 different types of cheeses and 2 nice patties on it. No, I did not get to have any Kansas City barbecue when I came through, but I went to Memphis, and I'm partial to Memphis barbecue, and I make sure I get some every time I go down there. I lived there for 13 years though, so I'm kind of partial to Memphis barbecue. White Castle is awesome. Yes, the ultimate cheeseburger. Yes, Hippie Ground. That's the one. I remember getting those because I lived in San Diego too. I remember those. They were so good. I need to start traveling so I can start going to these places again, like going to Texas and going to Whataburger. Oh, I miss Whataburger when I was down there. I love me some Whataburger. Welcome back again, Mrs. Coffee. Oh yeah, you can buy if you have a Dollar General near you, Hippie Grandma, you can buy White Castles at Dollar General. Ooh, they put ketchup on the ultimate cheeseburgers now, Hippie Grandma. No, they ruin it. I mean, I like ketchup on my burgers, but that burger was perfect just the way it was. What is a bulgogi burger? I'm afraid. I have tried. I think it's Korean. There's a place here in town called King Pho with PHO, and we have a lot of like Korean students and Vietnamese. I think they're Korean students. They come here for the aerospace program to get their pilot's license so they can go back and fly for airlines there. And I take a lot of them there. So one day I stopped and I tried some, and I'm not exactly sure what it was in it, but I know it had some kind of tripe in there, and it was just like a clear liquid soup broth with all kinds of weird things floating in it and seasoning. And I wasn't exactly sure what I was eating. It didn't taste bad, but it wasn't the best thing I'd ever eaten. And I went in and I asked them, what would you recommend for somebody who's never had food here? And that's what they recommended. I don't know what it was. It was some kind of a soup, and I know it had tripe because I know what beef tripe looks like. And this was beef tripe, and I ate it, but it was weird. I love Chinese. The problem is we don't have a Chinese carry out here. Everybody looks at me like I'm crazy when I say you've never seen a Chinese carry out. Like you go in and they all have the exact same crappy menu on the over top of the counter that only has like 10 different items on it. But then they hand you this big placemat that's got like 5,000 choices on it, and they're all numbered like C1, C3, 2, A5, and you have to try to circle the one you want because the person behind the counter doesn't really speak English. So you got to circle the one on the placemat you want. Yes, I love those, but we don't have any of those around here. Yeah, it's like every single Chinese carry-out restaurant. They're always in like a strip mall shopping center. And you go in, they always have a great big mural of the Great Wall of China on one wall. And they all have that same placemat menu that's like 5,000 items on it. And it's got the one menu up that's got like maybe 10 or 12 items with pictures on the menu. And the pictures don't look anything like what the dish actually looks like. My favorite international food. That's a good question because I've eaten in countries all over the world. Um, that's a really good question. Can I say ramen noodles? That's an international food, right? Now, as far as international food, I have to say Chinese is my favorite. I love General Tso's chicken. Kebabs and shawarma. What is shawarma? I'm guessing that's Indian food. Banana pudding for Labor Day, and you thought of me. Well, thanks for thinking of me anyway, Brian. I mean, you know, little dry ice in a cooler, tape it up really good. You've got my address. Send it. My favorite dessert. Oh my Lord. That's a good question. I love banana pudding. Good southern banana pudding. You know, the good kind. With the banana slices and the vanilla wafers and yeah. Gotta have that. Layered. Oh, it's Persian food. I've never had Persian food. Well, yes, I did. And I wasn't a huge fan of it, but maybe I didn't go and eat in the right place. I ate in Jebel Ali and Bahrain. I was over there, and I ate in Jebel Ali, and I remember eating something local, and it was the most bitter meat I've ever eaten in my entire life. And when they told me what it was, that's why it was camel. Well, thank you, Amber. I will try to take you up on that sometime when I'm down that way and passing through. I'll let you know. Now, Alley Crafts, I make a killer cheesecake. And I don't use no cheesecake mix from the store either. I line the springform pan myself with the crushed graham cracker crumbs that I crushed myself, and I actually mix up the cream cheese and the sour cream and the and all the stuff together and mix it. And you have to mix it just right, or you'll crack your cheesecake when it bakes. And then I bake it, and then I actually let it cool with the oven. So for like I leave it in the oven for like 45 minutes, and then I turn the oven off and just let the cake cool with the oven, and then you refrigerate it overnight. Oh, it's so good. Banana wafer pudding. I've never had that unless that's what we're thinking of when we're talking about banana pudding. Banana pudding in the South is you take you take the Jello banana flavored pudding and you mix it up, and then you take vanilla wafers and you line the bottom of the bowl or whatever it is you're making it in with those, and then you take banana slices and slice them up and put them on top of that, and then you put a layer of the banana pudding on top of that, and then another layer of the vanilla wafers, another layer of sliced bananas, and then another layer of the pudding on top. Yeah, that's what is my favorite movie. I've got several. Um, Top Gun was one of my favorites from when I was a kid. Um, it was my inspiration for going Navy instead of Air Force when I was got out of high school. Um, and Gettysburg, the movie Gettysburg. It was a made for TV movie. It's 3 hours long. Um, Martin Sheen played Robert E. Lee, and it had like an all-star cast of people that played all the generals in the Civil War, and it was all about the Battle of Gettysburg. I love that movie. Yes, you got to have the whipped cream on top at Amber. Yep, yep, yep. But I only love the movie Gettysburg because I am a huge Civil War buff, and I went to the 150th anniversary of the Battle of Gettysburg, and it was so awesome standing on the field. Each day they had battle walks, and you could walk the field with a licensed guide who would tell you what was going on that part of the field 150 years from the moment you were standing there. So it's like when the battle started, they came from the rebels came in from the west, and the Confederates were still off in the east, except for like the cavalry, and they met up on the fields just west of town. So at the exact same time that the battle would have started on the first day, we were standing on that part of the field, and the guide was out there. Was like, oh, you see over that hill there, that's where they came from. And it was just so surreal standing there 150 years to the minute that the actual stuff was taking place in the spot you were standing at. Was just for 3 days, that was the most surreal thing. It was so awesome. It sounds great. I might have to take you up on that because I love you're in Charleston, and I love Charleston. I want to make it back to Charleston so bad. Oh, you make your own filling for banana pudding, Nana. Oh, everybody I know has always made it with just regular, like, Jello brand banana flavored pudding. So that sounds really good. I have Gettysburg on DVD. I have Gods and Generals on DVD, and I have North and South on VHS and DVD. And I also have North and South Book 2 on DVD and VHS. Matter of fact, I bet I can pull it out right here. Yep. I've got the 2 CD set or 2 DVD set. Favorite soda? Yes, it is soda. I still am not completely adapted up here. It's not popped me yet. Mountain Dew, gotta have the dew. I wonder if Five Guys is still open. I don't think so. It's 9:55. Let me check DoorDash. Let me check DoorDash. Now you got me wanting to eat, Ash Inc. I have been drinking Mountain Dew since I was in high school. Actually, I started drinking coffee in high school. Oh, don't be sorry. I need to eat. I haven't really eaten much today anyway, so. Yeah, Five Guys is closed. The only thing open is Wild Bill's Sports Saloon here in town. We have a Wild Bill Sports Saloon, and they make awesome burgers, but they're like $12 a piece. But if you get them at lunchtime, they're only $5, and you get any burger on the menu for $5. They have a peanut butter burger, and it is so good. You would not think it's good, but it is so good. They take Jif creamy peanut butter, and they put that on the bun like you would spread butter on a bun. They spread the peanut butter on the bun and then put the hamburger on there, and it is so good. Yeah, they Mountain Dew has the Baja Blast, which they've had for years, but you could only get it in Taco Bell out of the fountain at Taco Bell. But they just recently started bottling that. And I'm really mad that they took away the Liberty Brew because I love the flavor of that, even though it turns your poop teal. I still like the Liberty Brew. And this new flavor they've got out for Halloween, I cannot stand it. It is disgusting. It's that milky white flavored. It tastes like an orange creamsicle, and it's disgusting. Yeah, exactly. Blah. I drank it. There's a lady that works at the gas station up here where I stop every morning and get one of my, I get one of my bottled Starbucks Frappuccinos and a couple Mountain Dews for the day. And I stop in there every morning on my way to work. And she was like, "Have you seen Mountain Dew has a new flavor? It's really good." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll try it." And I went and bought it. And I was like, I could barely make it through the bottle. It was so nasty. Oh, well, that's awesome, Ryan. Metallica does sound awesome. And it's hard to believe their new album, Hardwired to Self Destruct, was made 2 years ago. They're still on tour for that album, and they're all in their mid 50s, and they're still putting out music just as hard as some of the young bands. Oh, I love Starbucks. Starbucks has a new coffee I want to try. It's the Nitro Cold Brew, and everybody tells me I need to try that. They actually infuse their cold brew coffee with nitrogen, and it almost gives it the same texture as a Guinness beer. It's got a head on it like a Guinness, and it's like a real thick, creamy texture like a Guinness beer. Yeah, you can only get it at the stores right now, Ashley. You can't get it in bottles. You can only get it at the, at Starbucks. You have to go and get it in a cup because they've got it in a keg in there, and as they're pouring it out of the keg, they infuse nitrogen into it. And supposedly the nitrogen actually causes the caffeine to absorb into your system faster, and so you get a huge, huge burst of like caffeine rush from it. Yes, I did, Pippa. I got live. I was about 15 minutes late, but I made it. Oh, what color was I working on? I did the 7s. I might have enough to finish that color out. Yeah, I should. Oh, going into my reds. Ugh. The only problem with Harbor Freight containers is if you store them like this, the drills get all up in the top there like that. If you can see it there. And so you've got to knock them all back down inside before you can open it. It only looks like it's thin layered because it's translucent blue. I got the translucent blue, and so it's really kind of see-through, but it's actually really thick. I mean, if you look at the sides of it, the sides there, how thick they are, the bottom's just as thick. It's just translucent blue. It's not like a solid. Yeah, I love my tray. This is one of the best diamond painting investments I've ever had. And it's so easy to get everything lined up in. And this one here, if I turned out all the lights, it's glow in the dark blue. So this one here actually glows in the dark blue. I love it. This is the one from My 3D Designs on Facebook. Favorite pizza? Papa John's. Well, no, I take that back. I'm torn between Papa John's and Pizza Hut. Does it have a funnel? Yeah, talking about the this one here. Yeah, I've got a stopper on it to keep drills from coming out of it right now, but it's got the funnel on the bottom. And my Archer's Arts one definitely has the funnel on the one side there. You can kind of see it there. I love Dan's trays and his designs. He has so many different designs for trays. And that guitar one that I have is the very first guitar one he did. I won his 300 member giveaway, and he asked me if there was any particular design I had in mind. And he knew I was a Metallica fan, and so is he. And Dan was like, I figured you might like it. He said, I'm working up a guitar right now. He says, I'll send you the very first one I do. How's that sound? I was like, okay. And so he sent me the guitar with the cover and the stopper. And so I got the very first guitar that came out of his 3D printer. I love the stuffed crushed ash ink. And no, I like to have the garlic parmesan on the crust. That's one thing I do like about Domino's. They put the garlic parmesan on the crust, but I like stuffed crust, and I like bacon, mushroom, ground beef, and sausage on my pizza with lots of extra cheese. Alley Crafts, you talking about Dan, the one that does all the designs like this? Yes, it's called My 3D Designs on Facebook. I think that's what it's called. Let me find it. Oops. No, I don't want to post. No, I don't see it. Oh no, it's 3D Printed Trays by Dan. That's the name of the group. 3D Printed Trays by Dan. That's the group I got the guitar from. And then the other one was Archer's Arts. There's the Archer's Arts. And that's where I got this tray and my grinder from. It was Archer's Arts. Really not much going on, Brian. We're still talking about food. Speaking of food, Hank has been quiet up there. Hey, buddy, what are you doing? Huh? Yeah, there he is. He's still doing Hank stuff. Yeah. He's talking to us now. Yep. He's up there like groaning. He's looking at me like, why did you wake me up? Why are you pointing that thing at me? What are you doing? Huh? You just chilling out up there? You sleeping good now so that you can be a crackhead at 2 o'clock in the morning? Huh? Well, that's awesome, Julie Straw. Well, welcome to my channel. Welcome to our community here. You'll find we have a great community of very helpful and wonderful people. And welcome to the edition. Oh, you know you can't have my cat, Ashink. You can't have my cat. He's mine. He's my buddy. And call him George. What's really funny is I'm that guy. I'm that person that when I go to people's houses and they have pets, like by the time I leave and I come back again, they're like, "You stole my pet." For whatever reason, animals love me, and I don't understand. I used to go hunting, and I would sit up in the tree stand in my, you know, sitting up there waiting for deer, and I would have squirrels just come sit on my shoulder. I'm like the male version of Snow White. Can you borrow Hank? Well, hello, Crashly. I love that name. That's funny. No, I don't do the singing, Ashing. I can sing, and I've been told I can sing really well. I just do not do it in front of people unless I'm pretty well lubed up. Just because I'm just that self-conscious of myself when I sing. I just don't like singing in front of people. Do I own guns? I don't have any with me right now. I do have 2 shotguns and a 22 rifle, but I am looking into getting my concealed carry and probably a 9mm. Well, good night, Julie. Just remember, I go live every Sunday evening, usually from 8 to 10 p.m. Central Time. And Mrs. Coffee there goes live on Friday nights at 9 p.m. Central Time. And Jeremy goes live, I think it's 9 p.m. Pacific. And Diamond Art Addiction, she's not in here. She goes live on Wednesday nights on her channel. And who am I missing out on here? We got a bunch of us to do lives, but we all do them different nights. No, you don't want a drunk me on camera. I'm sorry. You do not want a drunk me on camera. Because if I got drunk and got on camera, more than likely I would get kicked off of YouTube. And I don't want to do that. But no, I used to go when I lived in Texas. There was a little bar next to the place I lived. And I would go over there on Saturday nights. There was a lady that came. She was like a one-woman karaoke show. She brought her karaoke machine and hooked it up to a big sound system. And instead of having a band, they would have her up there singing along to karaoke tapes. And one night she was walking around. She would walk around the bar and stick the mic in your face, especially on some of the more popular songs that everybody knew the lines of and stuff. And she stuck the mic in front of my face one night, and I sang the line that was from Friends in Low Places. And when she took a break between sets, she came over and she says, "Do you know that whole song?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she asked me what my name was, and I told her, and we had a drink while she was on her break. And then the next weekend, she showed up again and didn't tell me she was going to do it or nothing. She says, where's Dave at? And I'm like, yeah, me. And she's like, yeah, you. And she says, come up here for a minute. And she goes, Dave's going to sing us a song. And I did Friends in Low Places. And everybody in the bar absolutely loved it. And she says, from now on, that's your song. You're going to do that when I play here. And I was like, okay. So I did. But I always made sure that I was pretty well drunk before she started her set. Because I just couldn't get up in front of people if I hadn't been drinking. Yeah, Jeremy goes live Saturday. Yeah, Wolfpack is live on Thursday nights, which is she goes live 6 p.m. or 6:30 p.m. Central Time. I knew there was more. There's just so many lives that. And Jeremy and Mrs. Coffee, I want to apologize to both of you. I have not been making it into your lives because I do lift on Friday and Saturday nights, and it seems like every time I log into Facebook or log into YouTube and I log into the live, as soon as I get in there and get ready to start typing hello, it triggers a ride request. And so I end up doing rides all night and never getting back into your lives. Diamond Art Addiction, Sherry goes live on Wednesday evenings. The problem with taking a break, Pippa, is if I log off the app, what happens is when you first log into the Lyft app, it sets a designated zone around where you're at, and it'll only send you rides within that zone. And then what it does is it expands that zone out the longer you stay online. And once you've been online like 3 or 4 hours, it's expanded out to basically cover the entire town here. And that gives you more chance of rides. The problem with that is as soon as I log off the app, it shrinks that zone back down to just right around where I'm at. You have friends in low places, but you're tall. Oh, yeah, we're all in low places. Do you, Mrs. Coffee? Yeah, there used to be a list of. Oh, well, hello, Jill. I'm glad you remembered. Yeah, there used to be like a schedule out there that was like a spreadsheet of when everybody went live and what time they did, and you could actually find slots that somebody else wasn't live, and you could sign up in there. But that kind of just fell by the wayside, and I think somebody else is right now working on making another one up. Yeah, I usually go on Crashly. I usually go on at 8 p.m. Central Time till 10. Oh, Hank, buddy. He's like got the camera like right in his fur. There he goes. he's uh he's deciding that I'm done painting for the evening, I guess. Yep, he's my buddy. Say hi, Hank. Say hi. Say hi. Oh, there he goes. He's going to check everything out now. Yeah, he's telling me it's time to quit painting now. He's getting fluffy. I think he's getting his winter coat because it's already starting to get cold up here. It's getting down into the 40s at night now. Come on, buddy. Yeah, here you go. Yep. That's where he wants to be. Yeah, it is. It's Hank time. He's not actually very big at all. Hank is really actually kind of small. I mean, there's nothing here to scale, but he's not as big as he appears to be. Yes, he is all fluff. I mean, he's not a heavy cat at all. There he is. That's my buddy. All right, go hop down. I'm gonna get my messy desk there. Hank is, man, he is just the fluffiest. He's more fuzzy than he is fluffy, though. He's like really fuzzy. 23-pound cat. Oh, my Lord. Yes, Crashly, he does get cat hair on my diamond painting. If you've checked out my other videos, I have a custom of a picture of him that I'm working on currently, too. And it is a true 5D textured painting of Hank with bits of him. Maine Coons are big, big cats. Yeah, Hank's my little buddy. He was a gift. Anybody that doesn't know it, he was a gift from a diamond painting group I used to be in. He was a surprise. He was kind of just brought to my house one evening via a Facebook Live from the girlfriend I was dating at the time. Brought him. She went and conspired behind my back with these ladies in this group, and they brought me Hank. And that was last February, and now I don't know what I would do without him. Yeah, molting is the right word for it too. It's coming off in chunks. Oh, they're getting rid of the Pippa. They're getting rid of the summer coat and growing out their winter coat. Well, hello, Butt Lazy. Welcome. Yeah, it's my Hank. Him's my buddy. But yeah, he's it's coming out in chunks on him too. He's I couldn't believe it. I actually had to start the car early a couple of days this week to get it warmed up before I went out because it was so cold in my car. No, Boots, I'm not a Ruby rewards member yet. I'm still Sapphire. I've got $97.33 by December 31st to reach Ruby. So I haven't even seen the new ones yet. No, hippie grandma, I do not take Hank in the car at all because my leather seats and his claws would not get along very well. Amber, if you go to Diamond Art Club website and log in and you go to your My Account link at the top, and down in the bottom left corner is a little star icon. And if you click on that star icon, it'll tell you. Oh, Pippa, last year when I moved into my apartment right after back in February, right after I got Hank, I'd had him about 2 weeks. And I got a new vacuum cleaner and I vacuumed my carpet with it. And I swear I had another whole Hank in my vacuum cleaner when I got done. Yeah, he's just kind of chilling out in my lap now. I don't know what I know what he's looking at. He's looking at the laptop because he sees himself on the laptop and he thinks there's another cat. Oh, my buddy. Hello, Carla. He is. No, he's not spooked now, but he was. He's a mess. Oh, thank you, Allie. Um, if I edit the schedule to put me on Sundays 5 to 7, will it update for everyone or does someone else have to edit? Yeah, I don't know that either. Pippa, there was somebody and she was in our lives. And I can't remember who it was, but she was working on putting together another schedule that's up to date, but I don't know who it was. Okay, Rebecca Schilling was playing with it. Yeah. You're $1 away from Sapphire, Amber. Oh. Exactly. I am his human. I am just here My sole purpose is to fulfill his needs. Yeah, he is right at home here. He loves it here. When I first got him, for the first couple of days, he just hid under my bed and didn't come out much. But then when he started coming out, he just really took to the place. Oh, Pippa, it was okay. It was just actually only three of us showed up. It was the head of the local chapter of the fan club, another guy that lives here in Grand Forks. He was down there because yesterday was his birthday, and me. It was just the three of us. The rest of our local chapter of the fan club is all in San Francisco right now. They are at the the new Chase Center in San Francisco watching the second night's performance of S&M live. So yeah, they all just took off and went to that and left us behind to celebrate the 1 year anniversary of Metallica coming here. Hippie grandma, be honest with you, um, Hank was adopted, and I tell you, he's nothing but sweetness. And I would firmly agree, adopt, because those cats have been looking for a home for a while. They've had a rough time. They're, most of them at the shelters are strays, ones that have had it rough, whatever. And I think really if they don't get homes, they're going to get euthanized. And I would much rather see them go to good homes before, going to a breeder and paying a lot of money for a cat that, they're just going to sell to you. I'd much rather rescue one from the shelter than buy one from somebody. And I think Hank was a barn cat. He was picked up as a stray in a local town and brought to the shelter. He was a little rough around the edges when I first got him, but he's really settled in. Mrs. Coffee, I don't think it was Creative Mayhem. I think they were right about Rebecca Schilling was playing around with the new one. She was asking everybody when they go live, and she was saying she was wanting to, make a new list up, a new updated list. Yes, I know he loves me. I know Hank does. There's no question in my mind whatsoever that he loves me. Um, yeah, dogs tend to get kennel cough in shelters. That just seems to be a normal thing. But if you take them to a vet, they can get rid of that kennel cough. Yeah, that's probably why they keep coming back, Crashly. Boots only loves you when you have chicken. Yep, I'm getting my daily grooming too now. But even dogs, as far as that goes, any animal that's in the shelter, I would prefer to rescue versus, buy from a breeder, simply because those rescued animals, they what's the best way to put it? I don't think the shelter is a really nice place in the most part. I mean, yes, they take care of them and feed them and everything, but you know, to me, that's almost like an animal jail. Christy, if you've never heard it, kennel cough is uh, dogs will get it. They'll start. It's almost like a child with like whooping cough. It's just like a really bad cough that they get, and they mostly get it from being in kennels and around other dogs and stuff. Yeah, it's an upper respiratory infection, but you'll know when they have it because it's like a really weird, like coughing, almost sneezing type of sound. Oh, Hank, if I could give him real chicken every day, he'd wolf it down. Yes, Mickey Sunshine. Yes, they do get the sniffles. I had two wolves butt lazy. I had two purebred. Well, I don't know if they were purebred. I don't know if you'd call. They were mixed. The mother was a gray wolf and the father was a timber wolf, and they were bred together. And I got two of them, and I ended up having to give them away because they got so strong, and they weren't mean and they weren't bad animals. They just didn't know their own strength, and they were very, very playful. Yeah, Hank is microchipped. So, um, Pippa, if I spend the other 97.33 by December 31st to get to Ruby, does that mean I have to spend another what $200 or something to stay Ruby by the end of December the next year? Well, good night, Lorinda Churchill. Thanks for coming in. Okay, I hold that until 2020, and then if I don't spend another X amount to get to that same level by the end of 2020, then I get knocked back to the beginning. Okay. I don't know. I've never redeemed any points at Diamond Art Club. I didn't realize until not long ago that I actually had points. I've got 1,800 points right now, so I've got enough for $10 off of a $10 off discount. I didn't even realize I had points. Well, I'm glad you had fun, Lorinda. Make sure you stop in again. Yeah, I kind of figured the points were different than your spent total, so that your spend total keeps accruing towards your next level. But if you redeem the points, you redeem the points. You just don't have any more points until you buy more. And good night, Mickey Sunshine. Yeah, it's about time for me to call it a night. I kind of let it go on a little longer because I was so late getting on here tonight. I had so much computer issues, so I'm probably getting ready to hop out of here myself. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Yep. I'm getting climbed on now. Yep. I need a haircut. It's starting to get long. Well, good night, hippie grandma. Good night, Carla. Yeah, I'm going to get ready to hop off of here. Hank's yelling at me now because it's treats time. Well, actually, it's almost time for the wet food, so the good food. So, yeah. Oh, thank you, Pippa. Yeah, he's screaming at me now because he's over by the food closet now. He knows where that's at. And so, so I hope everyone has a great week. I will try to get some more uploaded this week. I really need to work on uploading more often. I mean, this past week, I didn't even upload a whole video, so I feel bad. Just been so busy here lately, but I need to start working on uploading in the evenings when I get off work. So I'll start doing that and start getting more stuff up. And I hope everyone has a great week. And I will see you all, if not before, I will see you next Sunday night. So until then, rock on, y'all.